Hey y'all, so I thought, ooh, look at this lint. I thought I'd share one of my worst auditions. I auditioned for Fela Kuti, the Fela musical Broadway musical in 2008. So I got the monologue. I saw it on Backstage.com, I believe, or Casting Networks or Actors Access. I don't remember. But I got the monologue. I memorized the monologue, interpreted it. I went in for the initial audition, and y'all, I booked it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. I did not book it. I'm being premature. I did the monologue, performed the monologue before the producer, and he loved it. And he was like, "Well, we want you to come back for the callback, but it's going to involve singing the song and some dancing, and then you'll do the monologue again." And I was like, "Great!" So I worked on the monologue again. I'm like, I'm gonna kill it. And then I went in there, and they said you could just ad lib a dance, just ad lib some type of dancing. So, and then a song I could barely make out because it was like broken Nigerian English. Um, and some of the words were unfamiliar to me, so I went in there and it was like, what's the popular choreographer dancer? Billy, ooh, Bill. Um, I can't recall his name, but he was one famous Black American male dancer choreographer. I auditioned for him, and then when I got to the callback, the callback audition, they tell me we don't need the monologue. We don't need to see the monologue. We just want to hear you singing that song, the Fela Kuti song, and we want to see you do some type of dance movement and and I stunk up the place. I was trying to sing these words, which I really didn't understand what I was singing about. And then the pianist was playing slow as hell. So I'm singing faster than this dude is playing. And then I did some type of what I deem West African dance move, and we know West Africa is a whole bunch of countries, but anyway, whatever I could think of from my West African dance classes in Chicago, and I stunk up the place. Like, I'm like, why don't they let me act so I can show them what I can really do? But they was like, no, we don't need to see all that. But I just laughed to myself afterwards. I'm like, China, you're not getting that right. You're not getting that right. But, I think it's Bill Conti. Is it Bill Conti? Anyway, that was my little Fela Kuti story. Like, and so shout out to Saykon Simbla. I follow her on YouTube, and she's a wonderful actress and wonderful singer and super kind. Really gracious. She was in, when I went to see Fela Kuti, the Broadway musical, a year later. And she was wonderful. And I realized it wasn't a lot of acting per se in it. There was acting, I think, between Saykon and the brother who was playing Fela Kuti, but really was mostly singing and dancing, like a concert for the most part. But yeah, that was one of my worst auditions. But I was glad to get at least a call back for a big Broadway musical from my acting. All right, take care, y'all. Peace. Chinese.